Went to the flea market today and I got these heavy duty, normally closed push buttons. So they're momentaries. So it could be 1 horn, 2 horn, 3 horn, you know. They're real old. They're actually like 110 volt. But I think they can handle 12 volts with a little bit of amps for a horn. I'm not going to go very far from it. I think I'm going to have something up here that'll do it. But I'm going to take these horns off there. I don't like them there. Put them somewhere else. Probably underneath. I'm going to weld my nuts into here. Not my nuts in particular, but some nuts with washers. And this one. So I have extra body mounts. I found a little throttle cable end here. I need that twisted end, the turned end. I don't know if that's going to work, but I kept it. So I'll do a couple things, maybe a little wiring. I got these really cool copper ends for the starter. For the starter solenoids. Might have to be reamed out a little bit, but not much. Oh, it fits on that one, doesn't fit on this one. This one's like 3/8. That goes normally directly to the battery, but it's not going to. So I got a couple of them to play with, and I got plenty of ring terminals, and I got buttons, and I got wires, and I got all kinds of stuff. So let's have some fun. I drilled, it's about a 1/2 inch hole. That's going to be the main power wire, which is actually, I got a whole bunch of wire here. That's going to be the main power wire. Now this is going to go all the way back to the battery. It's going to have a fuse where it comes near the battery, or at least I have the resettable breakers. This is going to be power to everything up at what you would call the dashboard. Maybe lights, ignition switch, things like that. There's somebody paging me. It's going to go all the way back to the battery, and then I have another one that I'm going to put on the other side of the tube that's going to go to the starter. So I just wanted to keep the two separate. God forbid one melts on top of the other, and then you got a starter that doesn't stop. But I'm running them down the tube. Inside this is hollow, and I made a little hole right here between the two supports. I'm going to pull my wires out of there and then just go up the side of the tube, come through this hole, because I know that this is a good clearance hole. I've already got my starter wire, actually. It's right here. That's the starter wire. This is the power for everything on the other side. So I got to drill another hole like this on the other side. And most of it's pretty much hidden. I'm not about, oh my god, I can see a red wire, you know what I mean? It's a trike. It's homemade. But still having fun. I got all kinds of wires and tools on the floor. All kinds of wires. This is stuff from the junkyard. Rip a piece of wire out. Actually, he gave me a bundle of wire I pulled out from a bunch of cars there, and I still have some. It's not any of the hot rod parts. So I got to run this wire through here, down the tube, and all the way out here, and then out back, and that will be my primary power. So how do you get a wire from here all the way down this tube to here? A piece of string and a blowgun. And there it is. Now just tie this to the wire off. Actually, tape it to the wire would probably be better off. And pull the wire up through. That was actually a pain in the ass because it did not want to work the first 10 times. So of course it works the last second when I grab the camera. You know how that goes. Okay, well I have pretty much everything wired on the primary ignition. I have a ground for this solenoid. I have a activator for this solenoid which runs all the way through the tube and up and comes out here. I made them come out the side. This is the main power, and this is the activator for the first solenoid for the starter. I made them come out and go around the thing, so I didn't want this crushing them or anything, and you're not going to see half of it anyway. And if you do, it's probably going to be black by the time I'm done. So this is the activator right here for your starter, which is actually just to the first solenoid. So when I connect the leads, that solenoid should go click, click, click. Now I have a ground right here connected to the frame, and I'm going to try and do this one-handed. There's my power to my battery charger. I'm just going to tap this on here, and that one should click. Now because the starter isn't connected, because we have no battery in the thing, there's no main power here. So if I were to touch these two together and touch them to this, the starter won't turn over because there's not enough amps. I need the car battery. The battery actually goes about right here, but it mounts in a bracket inside the body, so there's no messing with that. But hey, I have my first solenoid wired correctly. And there's somebody texting me. How cool is that? Now I got all these buttons. I think I'm going to have a hidden kill switch and a, who knows what. I'm going to hide a kill switch somewhere and maybe a couple other things. Ignition button. I need a way to turn things on. Not like I have much for lights, but I mean I do have headlights. There's two lights. One goes here, one goes there. And there is a Bates headlight for the front. So I need some way of switching them on. As far as any kind of a dashboard goes, I don't know just yet, so we'll work on that. Went through my junk box here, and I have these three. I believe they're Ford. It might be Beamer. Yeah, I think these came out of the Beamer. Nope, Ford. Little Ford. Nice little relays, and the two blues, which ones they're on, are positive and negative. You activate that, and it activates these two right here. This one and this one connects those two. I'm thinking each one of my horns is going to get one, even if it's tied near it or in the general area or duct tape, whatever. Probably wire ties. But I have this one, I have that one, and I got to figure out where I'm going to put those other two Honda horns because I want to use them. I think I might stick them here. That ain't going to hurt anybody's feelings. I think the body's going to make the things echo like crazy anyway. But I want solenoids. I mean, I don't want relays in line with them to take the load. Once again, I don't want to press a button and next thing you know, I'm a ball of flames going down the road. So I don't want to hide them anywhere. I want to be able to just crawl underneath. I know the wiring. I mean, I built a thing. I'm going to unplug it, plug a new one in if it goes bad. And if it does, all that happens is the horn don't work. One of 3 sets of horns don't work. So that's what I'm going to do. Need one for this one, and one for that one, and one for the other horns when I put them on, of which they're over there. I got to drill some holes. I am literally right in the sun, so I'm going to see if I can shut the door, give you a rundown of this wiring so far. Keep the camera lightens up. There we go. A little too much. Okay. Trike horn has its own relay right here. Little Honda horns. Honda 250, Nighthawk, Rebel, whatever. Same horn. I got 2 of them. They have their own relay. And the old 41 Pontiac Silverline torpedo horn has its own relay. And all 3 horns are on a 15 amp fuse. Real simple. The relay controls the high load. All you have to do is put a ground. Once you put the ground, oh, they're hot from being in the sun. I was like, wow, is that hot from being connected? Once you make the ground to this lead, beep. The ground to this lead, right here, beep. And there's one here. One left, right there. Where is it? There it is. Beep. So I got 3 individual wires that have to go all the way up to the front to the handlebars or to a switch or something like that. And I was looking at the pictures, I'm thinking maybe something under here. If it wasn't connected to the body, then I don't have to worry about disconnecting it if I ever have to take the body off. The sun wants to get in here. So what to do? I need to get 3 wires up through this hole, or make a new hole, or find a place to put 3 buttons. I was thinking up here even, you know, just 3 buttons. And those 3 buttons I got right here, kid you not, the guy wanted like Oh yeah, give me 15 bucks or something like that. He's crazy. I found these in a toolbox at the flea market. This is one I had, but these are nice. These are like 250 volt. I was looking on the bottom. All they have to do is make a ground for each horn, and then I have 3 buttons, 3 momentaries. Beep, 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 beep. So I'm going to see what I can do with these. Might be a little hard to see, but that is actually the ground for all 3 horns. Goes right to the frame. I bedlinered everything. A little bit on the rubber, nothing crazy. Master cylinder, I put connectors over the plugs. Brake line, I didn't bake like I undercoat that freaking harness, come on. But the clutch thingy, the shifter, all that, it won't hurt nothing. It's all sealed. I pulled the front end off for now. It's sitting over there. This is a mess from wiring. I'm going to clean up the mess, but I'm going to let this dry for a while and smash my sunglasses on the ground. It looks good. I'm hoping the sun will let you see this. I painted some of the wires, but who cares? I know what's what. There's only 2 right now. That was already painted. But I was sick of seeing the white, and it's time, you know. Took my pegs off. They're right here for now. Whew, but the sun is right there, and it's cooking me. But it's a good thing, because we've had such a long winter. It's been freaking terrible. Look at that nice little glitter paint job. And what's cool is it doesn't, even if you can't paint worth a shit, it spreads out nice. And I can paint okay. I should spray bombs. But 1 horn, 2 horn, 3 horns. And it does work. Just don't have any triggering yet. I tried to take a Scotch-Brite to this thing just to see what it would do. It'd work with a lot of work. Clean up nice and shiny, but those rivets are going to be a pain in the ass. I'm going to let this sit in the sun for a while before I do anything more. Spent most of the morning running around. I'm on call this week, so I really can't go far. And the only thing I really could do is sit around, so I figured I'd wire this. But what a cool setup. Alright, I'm out of breath. Let's see if I can clean up. Bedliner. Look at those ugly chrome foot thingies. Bedliner. Little white powder coat, scuffed up. Bedliner. Nothing back here. I wouldn't paint those bedliner. I mean, come on. But did quite a bit today. Ran a couple wires, wired the whole primary ignition. All the horns had their own relays. What the else did I do? That's about it. Looking good on 3 wheels again. I took the neck completely. I took the springer completely off and covered the holes for the bearings and all that, and then just bedlinered it. It's nice when everything matches. It looks pretty good when things match. Even the master cylinder, which was all rusty looking, and sprayed that okay. I sprayed even the rod for the shifter because I took the shifter knob off and sprayed that. Bedliner, who cares? Took the rubbers off, sprayed this bedliner, who cares? Didn't spray my chrome, plastic chrome horns though. That's already bedliner, and everything else is already bedliner. But I'm just sitting here relaxing because it's been a long wiring day. I did get a call in Hooksett, but I didn't have to go. Thank you. I am so tired. The sun ain't gonna let you see anything, is it? Got my fire going out here. Let it go out. But that's it. I am going in. Have a good night. And thanks for watching. Electrical. Vroom, vroom. I don't wipe out right. Let's see. Wish the sun wasn't here. I shouldn't say that too loud.